All right, y'all, we're going to diagnose this Boudoir Facebook ad, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. All right, and BLCS is when the unique CTRL of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. And we care about this because this means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere, anywhere on our ad, and everyone else is scrolling on by and we're wasting those impressions. Now, we care about the number of women clicking somewhere on our ad because that means, since they didn't simply scroll on by, that our ad has entered their brain. And we care about that. Our ad has entered their brain because that's the only way they'll ever buy from us. So we got to get our Boudoir Facebook ads into as many women's brains as possible. So it means we got to get this number as high as possible, way, way, way above 6%. Now, unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. It's super common, and everyone accepts it as normal, but it's actually not normal. It's actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes, 3 PCM. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe building here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Now we also know how to treat this. BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, and treatment takes about a week. And once treated with Boudoir Pico, actually with Boudoir Pico, we're duplicating the Boudoir Facebook ad. We're treating the duplicated one. We leave the original, treat the duplicated one, run it in parallel, keep whichever one running as the best metrics after a week. And once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes. We achieve pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates or leads to Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we got our unique CTRL above 6%, and ideally way, way, way higher. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So here's our full universe. BLCA with BLCS caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. That's fine. We treat with Boudoir Pico. It takes about a week. We achieve pre-click alignment. We become dominant Boudoir advertisers with Boudoir brain entry boost. And we're saving a ton of money each month. We're eliminating a ton of wasted ad spend back in our pocket, which we'll see right now. We'll actually see real numbers. So first part, this is my first part of my residency for Boudoir Facebook ad doctor, residency in med school or whatever the progression was. So I found a Boudoir Facebook ad out there in the wild. Unique CTRL 4.3%. So that's under 6%. Well, I took it in the hospital, I tested it, and found out unique CTRL was 4.3%. So I knew that BLCS is present. Unique CTRL is under 6%. And so then I duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and I got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So way better after Boudoir Pico treatment. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 37% of ad spend every single month. So instead of paying 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, we can eliminate 3,700 bucks every month of that. And we only got to spend 6,300 bucks a month with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad. And in both scenarios, we're getting our ad into the same number of women's brains. But if we're spending way less ad spend, we're pocketing that as a profit. Literally 3,700 bucks a month, or what's that? 60 or no, be something like 40 grand in the first year, and then over the next 12 months. Now, the second part of my residency, finding another one out there in the wild, bringing it to the hospital, testing it. Okay, found out the unique CTRL 1.39%. So it's under 6%, so we know that BLCS is present. So I duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, and got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. Way better. So we found the original Boudoir Facebook ad is wasting 84% of ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, then they are actually wasting 8,400 bucks a month every single month running that original Boudoir Facebook ad. So instead we can eliminate that, cut that cost, put that back in the Boudoir photographer's pocket, literally $8,400 a month every month, kind of as like a phantom profit. That'd be like 10 grand in the first year. And all we got to do is spend $1,600 a month with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad. And we're getting our ad into the same number of women's brains compared to the original spending 10 grand a month. All right, and finally, also had a patient. His Boudoir Facebook ad unique CTRL was 5.03%. So that's under 6%, so we know that BLCS is present. And uniques, so I duplicated it, treated with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got the unique CTRL of that Boudoir Facebook ad up to 15.35%. And so we found out his original was wasting 67% of ad spend. It's like, oh no. And then after that, we actually, thinking through, if you spend 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, $6,700 a month is being wasted. So we can eliminate that. He can pocket that every single month. And instead we can run the Boudoir Pico traded ad at $3,300 a month and be as efficient as running the original at 10 grand a month. So he's getting literally like if he was spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, he'd be getting basically like an 80K phantom bonus over the next 12 months from not wasting that ad spend money anymore. So from what I've seen, the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look at the numbers here, 37%, 84%, 67%. And so, if they're spending 10 grand a month, so the average Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS, if they're spending, 10 grand a month in Boudoir Facebook ads, about 5K every month is being wasted, like 60 grand over the next year, and that can be eliminated and put back into the business owner's pocket, kind of as like a phantom. Now we're gonna diagnose this if we believe its unique CTRL is under 6%, aka see if it has Boudoir low click syndrome. So we got the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we actually believe that what Facebook tells us to fill out for our Boudoir Facebook ads is what we should fill out, and that's best for us. In fact, it's not as best for Facebook, because when we fill this out, all these things out, what causes more and more women to scroll by our ad, which means instead of clicking in, they're scrolling by, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, contributing to BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, and and actually and actually for Facebook, more women that scroll by our ads per unit time, Facebook can serve more ads per unit time, so it makes Facebook more money. So it's a really, really big mistake. Creative, no mistake here. Finally, we're going to look at the see more headline. First 2 and 3 quarters lines, Facebook mobile newsfeed. All right, so the only words we get, it's time to have your everyday routine. Okay, yeah, it's okay. We've got a few different points of context here. But we're missing some other major ones. So the false belief that caused us to make this the lack of context mistake is we believe we got enough of the right context that the right women clicking through and and actually optimize the amount of women clicking into our ad, clicking somewhere on our ad, the right women. So the consequence of this is way more women scrolling by our Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary, resulting in or pulling unique CTRL under 6% and contributing to BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. So after looking at everything, do I believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has Boudoir low click syndrome, unique CTRL under 6%? Yes, I do believe that. But we got a solution now. We got Boudoir Pico. So if you're a BLCA with BLCS, a Boudoir low click advertiser with Boudoir low click syndrome, and you're spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you've seen how the market keeps getting more and more saturated with boudoir photographers. Like, every time someone gets a new iPhone, they're throwing up a, Google My Business profile saying they offer boudoir, or they're, posting in the mom groups, or if they get a new camera, they're posting in the mom groups saying they now do boudoir shoots. So more and more photographers keep entering the market, saturated market. And you've been out, and you're seeing also, inflation, just like kind of cost of living keep going up, going up, going up. And you've been pulling more and optimizing, pulling more with Facebook, more profit out of your business in other areas already. So you've already been optimizing. And you decided now you're finally ready to optimize the Boudoir Facebook ad side of your business because you saw with Boudoir Pico, yeah, it can save approximately, 5K a month. Put that back in your pocket that you don't have to spend, so so it's not being wasted. Approximately 60K over the next year. You decide you want that outcome, and you want to achieve pre-click alignment. You want to become a dominant boudoir advertiser with Boudoir Brain Entry Boost. As you know, you need that on your pathway to be the #1 boudoir photographer in your city. Then shoot me a DM when I'm open for new patient intake. Right now I'm not open. My DMs are closed, so I'm not open for new patient intake right now. But shoot me a DM when I do open for new patient intake, and we will see if you qualify for the Boudoir Pico treatment.